Hello everyone, this is Brittany from LuLaRoe, Brittany Duncan's LuLaRoe VIP Boutique. I wanted to do a quick video with you guys today. I wanted to talk about the struggles that I've had with LuLaRoe, some of the ups and downs, and then I wanted to talk about why, even though I have had some pretty epic and not so fun struggles, and some really high up fun times, and then some really down times, but why it is still the best choice and the best job in the world, and why it's still the best choice for myself and for my family. So we're going to chat about that today. I do have notes because for those of you who have watched me before, I get off topic. So I'm going to try to follow my notes so that this video does not ramble on for 20 minutes. We're going to try to keep it nice and fast and quick. So we're going to talk about the ups and downs of LuLaRoe, some of the struggles with LuLaRoe, and then ultimately why it is still the best job in the world and the most fun thing I've ever done, as well as why it's best for myself and why it's best for my family. So some backstory. If you have not watched my previous videos and you don't know any backstory on me, I started with LuLaRoe. I got my initial inventory on on Christmas Eve of 2015. So December 24th, 2015 is when I got my initial inventory. I started selling January 1st of this year. So I've been a consultant for almost 6 months. I think I hit my official 6-month mark in a couple of weeks, which is very exciting. It's crazy awesome that I've been with this company for 6 months. Cannot believe it. It has flown by. Does not feel like 6 months. So I started back in January. And when I started, and I think this is due to the team that I joined, and my sponsor and the amazing support that I had when I first joined. But when I first started, I grew fast. I started like this and I went snap, really quick. Things went very well. So in my first month, I did over $10,500 in sales. And that was January. And then in the month of February, March, and April, I qualified for LuLaRoe's incentive vacation. So for those of you who don't know, LuLaRoe has an incentive vacation where if you as a consultant sell $12,000 or more in sales, or have $12,000 or more in sales, you qualify to go on their free cruise. It's free for you and a friend. That's awesome. So for the months of February, March, and April, I qualified for that. So when I started out, like I said, I started out very fast. And I think that was due to the support system I had starting. They just encouraged me to get out there and gave me the right tips and tricks to sell and connect with people. And so I grew very fast, and I kind of jumped out of the race on a shotgun. I was going. So not only did I have cruise qualification, but my VIP group grew really well, and my team grew like crazy. It was amazing and awesome. We are currently Team Crazy Train. That is my team. We have over 20 girls on that team, and I am a trainer. So a trainer means I have 10 or more girls under me. So I currently have 20 girls on my team. So I qualified as a trainer, which is a leadership level in LuLaRoe, and it's amazing. And I cannot believe that in less than 6 months, I qualified as a trainer, and I now have 20 girls on my team. All these cruise qualifications, amazing things happened in the first couple months. And then in about April or so, mid-April or so, I began to hit some really big snags. So this is where I'm going to talk about some of the ups and downs and the struggles that I've personally had with LuLaRoe. But again, we're going to talk about at the end why it's all totally worth it. So for those of you who don't know me, Facebook does not like me. Facebook throws me in jail for anything. So I had a lot of issues selling online. My sales went from the month of April, went from over $18,000 in sales. And then the month of May was a really slow month for me because of all of my issues with my online selling. And it was a big bummer. It was a big hit to my business. It was a big hit to my personal confidence in myself. And it kind of stunk. Straight out, it stunk. I was not happy with what I was doing online. I wasn't happy with the service I was providing with my customers. It really got to me. So that has been my biggest struggle. Second struggle was that we moved. My husband was prior Air Force, and we ended up separating in the month of May. So we moved from Missouri to Florida, and it took us, about 2 to 4 weeks. I'd say about 2 to 3 weeks to move and find a house, and get settled back into the business. And again, that was kind of a downer. So those are the struggles that I've personally had with LuLaRoe. And they have definitely set me back, but I have come back full force, and I'm ready to roll. And my team continues to grow, and it's amazing. So I also want to talk about the ups and the downs with LuLaRoe, because you see a lot of consultants struggling with LuLaRoe being a young company, which they are. They're a very young company. You'll notice LuLaRoe just celebrated their 3rd birthday recently. They are a very young company, and it's amazing the growth that they've had in the past couple months. So kind of the pluses and minuses, the ups and downs with LuLaRoe that I've experienced over the past 6 months. So we'll talk about the negatives first, because nobody wants to end on the negatives. We'll talk about the negative Nancy's. First one is you're going to run into issues with a young company like this. You're going to run into issues with stock. So issues with running out of items and consultants not having items to buy, and it stinks at the time. And you're going to run into growing pains. So LuLaRoe is one of the fastest growing companies in the United States. So that is inevitably going to lead to some growing pains as far as technology issues and things like that. So those are some of the negatives and the downers that LuLaRoe consultants are dealing with. And that's honestly, that's honestly the only negative I could think about, is that inevitably we're going to have growing pains. But what that means is that this company is going big places. The fact that you're having growing pains is a negative, but in itself is a positive. It means that this company is going somewhere. And myself as a part of LuLaRoe means I'm going somewhere. And that's pretty big. So we're going to talk about the positives. Because LuLaRoe is a young company, which some people may see as a negative, that means that my voice as a consultant is not only recognized, but it's valued. Because they're a young company, they want feedback from their consultants. They want to know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, what can we improve on, what can we fix, because they're still working out kinks. So they want our feedback. Some established companies have established rules and policies and set things. But with LuLaRoe, they truly do listen to their consultants, and they value our opinions, which is amazing. So that is one of the positives of LuLaRoe being a very young company. Another positive is awareness. Because this company is so new, there are millions of people who have never heard of LuLaRoe before. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. There are millions of people out in this world that have never heard of LuLaRoe. And that's another positive to getting and joining this movement now, is we can reach those customers who have never heard of us before and spread that LuLaRoe love. Saturation. I know this is, a lot of times people ask me about saturation and whether I'm nervous about it, whether it'll become an issue. Not at all. Not a single little point in my brain is worried about saturation at all. Why? Because of the concept of LuLaRoe. For those of you who do not know, LuLaRoe makes clothing, beautiful printed clothing. And they only print approximately 2,500 pieces of clothing from every print. So what that means is every consultant that LuLaRoe currently has a completely unique and different inventory. So I'm not competing with any other LuLaRoe consultant because the prints I have are completely different. That is the amazing thing about LuLaRoe. That is what makes LuLaRoe an awesome company to work for. That's what makes LuLaRoe create that sisterhood, or not that sisterhood because we got some LuLaRoes in here, but that bond between consultants is we're not competing with each other. We are constantly in support of each other, which is something you do not find in direct sales. So that is epic in itself. We don't sell from a catalog. We don't sell the same thing, and that's what makes it fun. So saturation, not a negative, not at all. It is exciting how many people are ready to buy from us and ready to buy our things. They are so excited about it. So you should be too. What else? I'm going to talk about, because it's a young company, there is room for growth beyond anyone's wildest dreams. I never in my thoughts was like, oh, I'm going to build a team. Oh, I'm going to become a trainer. I just wanted to sell and make money. But this company has become, and this job has become so much more than selling clothes. My favorite part of my job has become team building, has become watching other women succeed. And so the aspect of team building with a new company like this is so rewarding. It's awesome. I feel like I've said awesome 8 times, but that's okay. Okay, so those are kind of the positives and negatives, ups and downs that I've had with LuLaRoe. As you can see, the ups and the positives outweigh the negatives 10 to 1 easily. I'm gonna flip my page over. So last thing I want to talk about is why, through all of the struggles I've had with LuLaRoe, through all the downs, so through all of the sweat and tears and sometimes sitting on the floor in my Lula room crying, and just stress, why it is still ultimately the best thing for my family and the best thing for myself. So we'll first talk about why it's the best thing for myself. I am a natural leader. I love to lead. I love to watch other women or men succeed. Like I said, it has become my favorite part of my job. So being a trainer and being able to, train these women and, watch them grow in their sales as well as build their own teams, it's been very rewarding. I learn from the best. It's the best thing for myself because I'm constantly learning from the best people. I learn every day something new from my Lula mom, Joelle Day. She is my sponsor, and I learn something new from her every day. I am surrounded by the most positive and passionate and strong teammates and associates at LuLaRoe, and customers. The customers that I have gravitated towards me are the most positive and welcoming and wonderful people I have ever met. I have not met many of them, but just connecting with them through social media is very exciting and very rewarding for me. So that's why it is the best thing for myself. I'm constantly surrounded by positive and passionate people. Why would you not want that? It makes me smile every day. Makes me smile every day. Even if I don't do a sale, even if I make $0 in the day, I'm connecting and I am I'm connecting and learning from my team members and from LuLaRoe itself, and that puts a smile on my face. So then we're going to talk about why it's best for my family. And this is where the money comes in. This is where the money aspect comes in. It's why a lot of women start LuLaRoe. It's one of the main reasons I started. I wanted to make money. I wanted to contribute to my family financially. I wanted to take that burden off of my husband. So we're going to talk about money. And even with the struggles of LuLaRoe, even in the really slow times of LuLaRoe, where I was moving and Facebook was being silly, and my online sales were really far down. Even in that slow time, I still made about 4 times the amount of money I made at a job where I was working full-time for a college. And I have a bachelor's degree. So inevitably, most of the time, people who have a bachelor's degree get paid more. So I was making 4 times, at least 4 times the amount of money I was making working full-time at a college with a degree. I was making more with LuLaRoe in slow months. And that, what are you going to say about that? That's true words right there. Real life, I am a LuLaRoe consultant right there. It's just you can't get any better than that. And I love my job. So there you go. It allows me the freedom to stay at home. It allows me the freedom to be the best mother, be the best wife, and be the best woman that I can be. And that is priceless. You cannot put a price on that. It's amazing. Amazing. And the last thing is it has helped strengthen my family, which is it's part of the motto of LuLaRoe is to strengthen families. And the freedom that LuLaRoe has given me has helped strengthen my family. It's helped strengthen my relationship with my husband. It's helped strengthen my relationship with my daughter. It's priceless. Again, the freedom and the freedom that LuLaRoe has given me to spend more time with my family. You can't put a price on it. It's amazing. So that is kind of my talk and my video about the struggles with LuLaRoe, the ups and the downs. And like I said, even through it all, as much as sometimes I was sitting in the corner, like I said, crying on the floor because of issues, it is the best thing for my family and is the best thing for myself. If you are interested and you want more information about LuLaRoe, you can send me an email, LuLaRoeBrittanyDuncan@gmail.com. I will go ahead and put it in the comments below. You can find me on Facebook, LuLaRoe Brittany Duncan. But other than that, that's all I wanted to chat about tonight, or today. It's daytime with you guys. That's it. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope that was good information for you. Keep an eye on some other fun videos coming up. That's it. Bye, guys.